Remember when fast food was the go-to option for a quick and cheap meal? A few dollars could get you a burger, fries, and a drink. But today, it feels like those days are long gone. Fast food prices are rising faster than ever, leaving many wondering, what happened? Why is fast food no longer cheap? Today, we're diving deep into the reasons behind these price hikes, from inflation and supply chain disruptions to rising labor costs and changing business models. To understand why fast food prices have soared, we need to start with one of the biggest culprits: inflation. Over the past few years, inflation has impacted nearly every sector of the economy, and fast food is no exception. Ingredients like beef, chicken, potatoes, and bread have all seen price increases due to rising costs of production and transportation. For example, the price of beef has jumped nearly 20% in the last 2 years, driven by higher feed costs and supply chain bottlenecks. When the cost of raw ingredients rises, those increases are inevitably passed on to consumers. Next, let's talk about supply chain disruptions. The COVID-19 pandemic wreaked havoc on global supply chains, causing delays, shortages, and higher transportation costs. Fast food chains rely heavily on complex supply networks to source their ingredients, packaging, and equipment. When those networks are disrupted, as we've seen with trucking shortages and port delays, it becomes more expensive to get food from the supplier to the restaurant. These costs don't just disappear, they're built into the price of your meal. Another major factor is rising labor costs. In recent years, there's been a significant push for higher wages in the fast food industry. Many states and cities in the U.S. have increased minimum wages, and some fast food chains like McDonald's and Chipotle have raised pay to attract and retain workers in a competitive labor market. While higher wages are a win for employees, they also contribute to higher menu prices. For example, Chipotle announced that it raised menu prices by 4% to offset wage increases for its staff. But rising costs alone don't explain the entire picture. Fast food chains are also adapting to changing consumer expectations. Today's customers want more than just cheap, greasy food. They're looking for higher quality ingredients, healthier options, and more sustainable practices. Chains like Wendy's, Taco Bell, and Burger King have responded by revamping their menus, which often comes with a higher price tag. Items like plant-based burgers, cage-free eggs, and organic produce are more expensive to source, and those costs are reflected in what you pay. Let's not forget about technology. While innovations like mobile ordering, self-service kiosks, and delivery apps have made fast food more convenient than ever, they've also introduced new expenses for restaurants. Partnering with delivery platforms like Uber Eats or DoorDash comes with hefty fees, which many chains offset by raising prices on delivery orders. The cost of maintaining app-based systems and digital marketing also adds to the overall expenses. Even loyalty programs, which are designed to keep customers coming back, contribute to higher prices. While these programs offer perks like free food or discounts, the cost of funding them is factored into menu prices. It's a balancing act for fast food companies, offering value to customers while covering the costs of these new features. So, what does this all mean for consumers? For one, you're likely paying more for less. Fast food portions have subtly shrunk in recent years, a phenomenon known as shrinkflation. For example, a large fry at some chains isn't quite as large as it used to be, but the price hasn't gone down. This strategy allows companies to maintain profit margins without drastically raising prices, though customers still feel the pinch. To adapt to these changes, some consumers are turning to value menus or combo deals to stretch their dollars. But even those aren't as budget-friendly as they once were. A dollar menu might now include items priced at $1.50 or $2. And while combo meals are convenient, they often cost nearly as much as a sit-down restaurant meal when you add upgrades or extras. It's worth noting that not all fast food chains are affected equally. Large corporations like McDonald's and Starbucks, with their global supply chains and economies of scale, can absorb rising costs more effectively than smaller or regional chains. However, even they aren't immune to the pressures of inflation and labor shortages. Experts predict that prices will continue to rise in the near term as inflation persists and supply chains take time to stabilize. However, some chains are exploring creative solutions to keep costs down, such as automating tasks in the kitchen, sourcing local ingredients to reduce transportation costs, and streamlining menus to focus on high-margin items. For consumers, the best strategy is to shop smart. Look for deals, use apps for rewards and discounts, and be mindful of upsells like larger drinks or extra sides that can quickly add up. If you're willing to explore alternatives, local diners or fast casual chains might offer better value for the same price. Ultimately, the rising cost of fast food is a reflection of broader economic trends. Inflation, supply chain challenges, and shifting consumer expectations have reshaped the industry, making cheap meals harder to come by. While fast food may no longer be as affordable as it once was, it remains a convenient and accessible option for millions of people. What's your take on fast food prices? Let us know in the comments below.